Okay. Let's talk a little bit of politics. Y'all remember them ugly ass Trump shoes I showed y'all last week, right?
Yes.
So with that being said, of this whole they tried y'all, there was a Fox News reporter that basically said this when they was talking about the uh the Trump shoes. So hopefully I have the sound on so we can.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture like no politician I've ever seen.
Seriously?
Excuse the fuck out of me.
No, what
That's
was
what
this black man about
I
to
just
say?
want. I just
Hold
want to
on.
look of blackness. Look at this look of blackness.
No, what was he about to say? Hold on, please. I want to hear what he was about to say after this.
Why didn't I think of this when I ran the RNC? Let's see. Black folks love sneakers, and we can paint them gold. This can't miss. Trust me, it's a big miss. And they ugly as hell. Angela Carasone watches a lot.
That was
you
a
go.
cold switch. That was a motherfucking cold switch if I seen one.
Oh, shit.
Just look at the look of blackness.
No,
Is this nigga serious? This is if this nigga is serious as a person. This is what
He did not just fucking say that shit.
but
I come to the panel.
Well, he did not lie, not one bit.
Who?
The black guy or whatever he is, he did not lie one bit. The shoes is ugly, but they look like
Oh,
any other ugly shoes that's out there. But for the guy to say black people love tennis shoes, it reminds me of when Kamala came out there with those retros or whatever shoes she had on, and people like it was all over the blogs and situations. So they're taking those little moments and clips and things like that's just the dumbest thing in the world to think that it was a gay like black people are buying your shoes because that's part of the culture. The shoe was not part of that. First of all, there's nothing about Trump shoes that was part of the culture. What culture are you speaking of? Look, it was never created by a black man for the culture of black people. Like white people want so badly for us to believe that things created by them can be for the culture of black people. No, that's the appropriation. And for the guy from Fox thinking the increase, no, because people were in shock. Everyone went to go see exactly what the hell was going on. It wasn't them going over there to go buy sneakers. It probably wasn't even that many black people who bought the sneakers. A lot of people probably bought the sneakers to resell them for a bigger profit later on once Trump officially or if he ever gets elected or whatever the case may be. So, but to think black people they care about a damn sneaker and that's your claim to fame. That's like homeboy said. He was running. He said if that was the case, then I would have used that. But that's not the case. Like it's like saying black people are so ignorant that they will fail to read, and all you got to do is put a little something in front of them, and they will miss everything else because they're so busy, trying to catch the carrot on the bait, the dollar, and then there's a carrot right there, and it's just like you're pulling in. People just keep on tugging over the dollar, and they miss everything else that was around it. So that was like the dumbest thing that white dude could have said.
First of all, that motherfucker had a lot of nerve saying that shit. First of all, his motherfucking hairline looked like the Texas border, sitting there saying that stupid shit. Second of
Damn.
all, why in the fuck are you speaking on black people as if you know what the fuck we like and what we don't like politically? But but like the thing is, they like doing that shit because they believe that they run the country. That's why they get to say, yeah, like he said that shit with his entire chest. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally said it with the confidence of the world, with the arrogance. And I'm sitting here and then I'm like, you see, black
The
people,
caucasity. The
bro,
word you're looking for is caucasity.
I mean, but like it goes deeper than caucasity. Like this is how they truly view black people. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like this is
That's
how
the
they
part.
actually fucking view black people. We're just a whole bunch of simpletons that drool when it comes to sneakers and strippers and fried chicken. That's how they fucking view us. So when it comes election time, they literally don't take you seriously. And they've done this election after election after election. When Bill Clinton got on that motherfucking TV, said this is for black people and played that motherfucking saxophone, that's what they think about you. When Joe Biden says if you don't vote for me, you're not black, that's what they think about you. When Trump was over there talking about, look at my African American over there, isn't he the greatest? Like he's a fucking child. This is what they fucking think about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, bro, the ball is in our court now. We literally have to advocate for ourselves in a way that eclipses everybody else's, because our issues are the most pressing and are the most important, because they are literally they predate America as a country. Black people's problems in this landmass predate America, the country. So when it comes election time, it needs to be serious. Instead of sitting there talking about fucking Trump and his sneakers. Nigga, fuck you. Trump border ass.
So I'm like, at this point, we have to become numb to it. Because if we're still angry, we're still like a lot of black people are still angry. I'm like, you got to be numb to it so now you can make rash decisions, not based off emotional angriness. Because a lot of times people get angry and all they want to do is, oh, let's go riot, let's go march and this and that. Ugh, we've done that. And they keep seeing us do that because they still think we're still angry. And we're doing that because we're angry. At this point, we're not angry no more. We're numb to it. And it's like, it's either we have to show you once more black people become the majority financial, once more black people are now in deeper portions of the office. Now, I'm not saying we should definitely do like apartheid, how South Africa has done it, because I don't think white people are truly ready for that yet. Because if they let us get there, then they really about to see a different life. Nah, apartheid in South Africa is different.
I know what you're talking about, and I'm saying we don't need to go there.
But once they let enough black people start becoming numb to it, we already getting educated. And once more of us continue to keep getting educated, we're already having more black billionaires, millionaires. So we're slowly taking over. And the moment we start having more black people in Congress, and not just black divided, I mean black unit that's united. Because right now we're still black and divided. And that's one of our biggest problems is the fact that we are black and divided.
That's a bar right there. Right, there you go.
Yeah, but you
Black
know the real solution for that is to ensure that we have a solid economic base, and you can only do that when the culture aligns with the intent.
That's true. Because
You know what I'm saying?
because a lot of black people who is divided, they don't see too much black options, so they assume that they only have white options to pick from. So they tend to like, let me go hang out over here. Let me go do this. Let me do that. But when more black people is the majority, I bet you there has to be corrected real quick.
Yeah, it's out of like, would you rather be out working the field, or would you rather be in the house? Either way, you're still a slave.
Exactly.
That's how they feel. There was another thing I wanted to show y'all too. While we're on the political side, before we move on to the next topic, I just wanted to play this again.
I thought there was, I guess Charlemagne gave him Donkey of the Day or something. I know Charlemagne.
It's probably because of this is what I'm showing you right now. So hold on, let me just set it up.
I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time.
Oh my Lord! I
A
don't know.
lot of people said that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. The mugshot, we've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot.
And Jake asked James Clyburn about that.
Motherfucker,
Also,
we were celebrating you possibly getting locked up. The fuck?
He's going to jail. Yeah, all to jail. I don't think that nigga going to jail.
Well, you know what I'm kind of confused about is what happened to Candace Owen. I know they're not friends right now, but clearly he has no
She
black,
aight.
no, he has no black perspective in his camp right now to let him know he sounds ridiculous.
Well, Candace Owens wouldn't be the black representative that I would, or the black perspective that I would give
Well,
Trump anyway,
yeah,
especially
she
the way
still
she
would
kind of like drags the black community.
yeah,
I
but
would.
she still would have told them going on the air or going whatever to say those would not be in his favor.
I think she
Regardless-
would agree.
Yeah.
I think she
I-
would agree.
Even though we may want to hate Candace Owen, but I don't think she would have been the one to say going on there and say, "Well, black people love me because of my mugshot." Would have been the way for him to get more black votes. I don't think Candace would have gave him those advice. She probably would have gave him some advice, but it would have definitely not been to say black people like him because we all criminals together. Because the only thing black people can be is criminals. That's literally what he said without saying it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I have never met a man that says so much stupid things and people let him slide. Like I've never met someone that says a lot of things that normal people would get canceled over, and yet this man was allowed to be a president. And the fact that he's still saying stuff, and he's obviously the favorite to be the Republican what's the term? The representation to become
nominee.
President. Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Well,
Republican nominee
he's
to
winning
become
right
president.
now.
That baffles me. And
Well,
not
you don't have no competition.
and that's the weird part. The first thing I said this 4 years ago. You telling me you don't have no one better than Trump to run against?
Well, it's not that we don't have no one better than Trump to run against. It's no one that is better than him is willing to run.
Like who? Who do you think is better than Trump that's not willing to run?
Everybody in
Oprah.
America. Oh hell no! I
He
refuse.
said Oprah.
Hell to the hell to the non. That is like
Rock.
I might as well put all black people in prison if I gave over some damn control like that. Hell,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
hell no.
Because you
Well,
know he's running as a fucking Republican.
Kanye Westerson.
no.
But okay.
I don't know. I don't know who has let's see business sense. Who
I would say that Indian guy that Vivek Ramesh. I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of his
Yo,
name.
Ray.
Ramesh whatever.
Yo, you fucked up for that.
to be honest, I feel like even though we want to say, I don't think a political person should probably be should be running for president. I feel like a business person should be president and a political person should be VP.
They tried that as well with Mitt Romney, and Mitt Romney obviously uh lost to Obama, so
Nigga, Mitt Romney got clapped. It wasn't even close.
he got clapped by him because he was a person that was in business.
He was
Yes, he was.
business.
And but he also went into bankrupt. But the thing is, Trump is more of a entertainment guy. Yes, he's a billionaire, but he's more or less an entertainment. He's not
Yeah,
That
even.
nigga was in
he
TV before I
runs-
knew he was a businessman.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Trump
and
runs businesses like in real life, like,
and went bankrupt multiple times.
but it's not enough to. Well, these celebrities, they go bankrupt to stop from paying somebody.
Yeah, I know. That's what he's saying.
But
And he
even for him
obviously
to have gone
admits that.
bankrupt, he still was 10 times over millions.
Yeah, but here's the thing, material, because I see what you're saying, but you also have to consider the fact that America, as it stands right now, is broke as fuck too. That's why we keep printing money, and that's why the deficit keeps going up every year.
Well, because we ain't got nobody that's willing to because we've been doing politicians for the longest. Clearly, it's not working. These esteemed lawyers clearly not working. So do I think Trump is the best option? I think once you look at his age, you're like, bro, you're not that far from Biden. Like,
But here's my problem is that most of those people that was running for president, they prepare their whole lives to do that. How do you prepare your whole life to do that and fail? And this nigga just said, "I'm going to run for president," and just fucking gets it. That's the problem I have. It's
the
like
thing is,
no, because politics is your job. That's your job.
but,
Politics is not Trump's job.
yeah,
How
but the thing is,
does someone that outperforms you and that's your job?
you gotta remember the difference between someone you've watched. If you watch this person for 10, 20, 30 years doing exactly what they prepared themselves. So you've seen their blueprint. You know everything that they do. You know what they don't do. You know how shitty they have been. Right? Only thing people seen of Trump was that he owns businesses. That he owned the Miss America. He's this, he's that. So they don't know anything about his what he does other than he runs businesses. So they don't have anything, but you can look at another politician like, oh, this guy has locked up 30 people, and the black people are like, oh damn, he's locked up half of Black America. Why would I want him to be out here running the country? I'm gonna get locked up too. So you can see all their faults.
I disagree with that because Trump has been in the TV since the late 80s. Like he's on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's in a Bobby Brown video for Ghostbusters 2. Like Trump is not like Trump has also, you can also look at a lot of Trump's things that he has done. It's like, if anything, you can look up Trump's records easier than some of the politicians' records. And like also,
but you're talking about things like you're talking about these people are now having to say, okay, this person has set laws. So they know this person has set laws. These people don't know what they only see the basics. These people have things, agendas. You're talking about people who have wishes, plans, or whatever. If they know for a fact you shut down, let's say if people all love to have financial help or whatever from the government, and they've known for most of your career you've been working on shutting all the financial help, sending people to prison. They have all these things on you. So a lot of people be like, I don't want that type of person. Well, they look like, oh, okay. They look at Trump and be like, it's not that. He's not that bad. Because they don't see until they got to text him and they realize, and this is a different type of nigga.
Okay,
And it was like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
okay. You talking to the person that said you talk about grabbing by the pussy when it came to when what is it, the Central Park Five? When it came to the Central Park Five, he put out a whole article talking about those sons of bitches need to be in jail for the rest of their life, or he's like they should be killed. Like I said, he has started many businesses and bankrupted them. He's like obvious and he's like I said, he got a rap sheet as long as anyone else that shows you that this man is probably not capable to be a president. Not to mention the shit he done said about Rosie O'Donnell and the shit that he says about other people, the fucking Miss USA's and all that other stuff. It's just like he's someone that's really not suitable to be president either. Or like if you look at his rap sheet, you'd be like, how the fuck did this? Who the fuck is letting this man become president? Instead of someone that's your job is total politics. The fact that you've been in the White House, you've been in a place where you making laws, so you have firsthand knowledge of how things work. Instead of someone that he's just basically looking at it from the outside in.
So the Central Park Five, most people would have probably said, "Oh, he's being emotional because situation happened in New York." So a lot of people, if they had the money, they would have sent out an article stating these kids should be locked up for whatever they did to this little girl. So people was like, "Oh, okay, they understand his point about that." Versus someone who's in politics who spent their whole life in politics and they have set laws to lock up abundance of people for smaller things, or let's say whatever. People are gonna. You see, that's there's two. Oh, someone being emotional versus if he had created a bunch of laws in regards to like locking up people, this and that. People didn't know exactly to his extent until he got into office. People may speak on, how celebrity acts. That's just how celebrity acts. This and that, this and that. But you don't really know how they thought frame until they get to office and you realize, oh shit, who the hell is this person?
Material life, and that's the case. Kamala Harris wouldn't have been vice. Kamala Harris wouldn't
He
be.
shouldn't have. Biden shouldn't have been president.
But they are, aren't they? So what is that? So what is all that?
Exactly. He should have never been. She should have never been VP. And the reason why she became VP is what? For black votes, right? That's the reason why Biden became president, because black people, Hispanic people was over and done with Trump because of all in Africa, all the negative things that he has said during his tour. And so they all voted against Biden and now we're stuck with Biden. And Kamala, she's VP because they said Biden wouldn't get the votes if he didn't have a black person with him. That's what the rumor mill was going around, saying Biden wouldn't be able to get the vote, so he had to get Kamala.
Only reason I disagree with that because the Democrats, especially black Democrats, women vote 90% for Democrats. About men, they vote about 80-something%. So they're going to get the black vote. They're going to get the Democratic vote regardless, which is why a lot of people having problems with black people just voting for Democrats. Black people going to vote.
Isn't even close.
No. Black people vote Democrat. Black people vote Democrat regardless of who the fuck would have been in there. Trump was already
wasn't even close to become president.
Who?
Not even by a half a centimeter. She was nowhere close to becoming Kamala when she was against Biden. What's his name? The guy with the S. The one that Biden was running up against.
Bernie Sanders?
Yes. She was up during the Democratic run. Kamala was running for president too. She was not even close. And the only reason why Biden won is because Bernie Sanders pulled out.
Well, that and like the Democrats don't like Bernie Sanders. The people like Bernie Sanders, but the Democrats don't like Bernie Sanders because he's more or less of a socialist than like
Word on the street was, was Bernie Sanders got a call from Obama asking him to pull out so that Biden could be in it.
Either way,
Black people, yeah, we was rooting for Biden. It was the big meme, but let's be honest, he didn't do nothing during his VP run. I think Michelle Obama did better than him during the Obama tour.
I mean, no one really expect the vice president to do much anyway. So
then why are we expecting so much from Kamala?
I don't expect shit from Kamala. I didn't expect shit from Mike Pence. I didn't expect shit from Biden when he was president. I didn't expect shit from Al Gore when he was president either. I never expect shit from the vice president. I don't even know what the hell the vice president does except either stand there and accept when the president gets shot. So I think
right. That's what I was about to say. The vice president is the backup plan in case something happens to the president.
So let me ask y'all a question. Can you remember anything specific that a vice president has done in the last 5 presidencies?
No.
Just off the top of your head.
Was at everyone, not every one of those. What is it called? Those votes for secretary or not secretaries? Congress, I think it was, and he also was in charge of the border control.
Mike built that fence, Pence.
Mike the electric fence, Pence.
Well, the thing is, the reason why because the thing is, Trump made sure Pence was working. The one thing Trump was always doing was making sure the world knew however he felt. Like he didn't have to do in-house. He would go on meetings, he would go on social media, he would go on. He didn't know how to be quiet, not one bit. Now Biden, we didn't know what he was doing because Biden, to be honest, I didn't know what Obama used to have him go work on. But Michelle Obama, she was not silent. She worked extremely hard during her 8 years in making sure obesity was a thing of the past.
She called everybody fat for 8 years. She's like, y'all get your fat ass up. We'll work out. Eat these vegetables.
Well, I think people probably would have been bigger.
No. I'm not against that. I think what Michelle Obama did was wonderful, but I just said that in a very funny way.
Yes, and she had Beyonce on her team. She had that initiative. She also did the 9/11 thing. Now, Biden, I couldn't understand. I was like, I don't understand. We ain't seen nothing out of him. 8 years.
There was memes. Memes.
He was definitely a meme. A million memes over. And I was just like, but now as president, y'all just call him. People say he done fell asleep. The man can't stand up. He don't know how to walk. The man be lost and confused. I'm just like, wow. Well, at least he didn't get a noose around his neck like Obama, right? Obama worked his ass off. Now it was kind of, hard for him to do much. I guess because he was black. So.
Oh, that man was scrutinized every chance he got. From the rooter to the tutor. Obama had Fox, that's why I think Fox News missed Obama, because he did something that Obama couldn't sneeze without fucking headlines of whatever the fuck was happening with Obama. But Obama made Fox News money. I don't care what anybody said.
The hate meant he was doing something right.
Do we have any good options? No. There's no good options running for president.
And that was another problem I had. That was also another problem. It's like, damn. So we ain't gonna find no one better than Trump. It's just from that standpoint alone. It's just like we couldn't find no one better than Trump. That was
There's
another
people that's better than him. The problem is they're not running. A lot of them don't want to get into politics.
like
A lot of them have some skeletons they ain't ready to send up in the air. Because once you put your name on that ballot form, that's it. If the skeletons is in existence, they will be found.
Any last words before we move on to our next topic? Okay, all right.